Gave my best friend a limestone box for their birthday. They said it's got a lot of sentimental value. What's going on, YouTube? It's actually Jake here with two swords. He's trying out a stam sword build. Getting real crazy, I know. But we're got exciting things to talk about today. We have huge jewelry crafting changes. And it's not just the change that's relevant. It's what you should be doing in the meantime as the Bloodthorn assassins are going to be attacking one of these new players here somewhere. I sometimes forget that technically assassins and things can pop out in these towns based on what quests people are doing at a specific time. Not to get derailed here, because going on a tangent, and I try not to do those until the end of the video. But today we're going to be talking about the big changes to the economy through jewelry crafting, specifically how writs will be changed, how that's going to affect you. Should you start selling your jewelry mats? Should you start grinding jewelry mats? Should you hold on to your jewelry mats? These are all questions that I hope to answer in today's video. But for those of you who are like, Jake, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Update 40, the Q4 update for the Elder Scrolls Online in 2023. This is going to be around October 22nd for PC and around November 14th for console. It's going to bring a whole lot of things, but I really wanted to focus on today's video about the economic changes, because I think that there's so much to break down here that I think we really need to kind of do it piece by piece. That way you can really get the how does this affect me? What should I do now type mindset versus me just reading everything that's on here. So that's why we're doing these as a more broken down type concept versus all. So let's start here with a brief synopsis of what the developers have to say and then break it down further. Jewelry crafting rebalance. Jewelry crafting has long been a special case compared to other gear crafting types. With this update, we're bringing it back in line with other crafting with a few major changes. Firstly, we're doing away with those pesky jewelry crafting grains. Existing jewelry crafting plating will be converted into 10 plating, and every jewelry crafting grain will become a plating. No more need to collect grains, refine them into plating to then basically turn them into your rings and amulets. Secondly, the boosters needed to upgrade your jewelry has been increased to match other crafting types. So you can think it's going to be lined up with like you're upgrading a heavy piece of armor, a bow, etc., etc. The results of these two changes in upgrading rings and amulets will be much easier. These core changes ripple out to other areas. Notably, master writs are being rebalanced to account for this huge change to cost. Existing crafting writs will be unchanged, but the new ones will use this rebalanced formula. So there's a lot to unpack here. And so let's just take a quick peek at the ESO Xbox market. And you can see that Platinum Dust has skyrocketed in value. It's about doubled from where it was. So the previous question that a lot of people are asking is, should I go out and buy a lot of Platinum Dust? The answer to that is no. And the rationale is actually exceptionally simple. A lot of people are speculating as to how Platinum Dust is going to do in the future, when that's a big risk to take financially, and the payoff is not going to be as significant, I think, as people are going to think that it will be. There is some areas that I think that there will be a lot of financial impact, but we'll get to it. Why is this not a good idea to invest in Platinum Dust? Well, quite simply, you have to remember that this is going to now be in line with other crafting costs. Rubidite ore, and think your woods that you pick up. This is like double the cost, sometimes triple the cost of those things. So this presupposes that it's going to be double or triple the cost of those things, and I don't see that. That's the problem when it comes to paying 2 to 3 times the amount right now for Platinum Dust, assuming that it's going to, skyrocket in value, is a bit of a gamble, and this is why. The whole point of this is to lower the cost of jewelry mats. And by doing that, you're hopefully increasing people who will actually upgrade jewelry materials. So that's actually a good thing. That would lead you to believe that a lot of people are going to actually go out and partake in this system. And I think that's great. And I think that will do well for the jewelry economy. However, to say that jewelry mats are still going to be 3 times as much as other materials, I think is too far of a stretch and is not worth the gamble, because that's about where it is on the ESO Xbox market. I think we're at like 1.5 to 2 times max. That means that the gold platings are probably going to run you about 12K to 20K upon release, when they do these changes. And that's going to be kind of how the economy is reverberated. Now, In the interim, though, I think there's going to be a lot of people offloading theirs, because if we take that math into account, let's say I think that it's going to be 12 to 20K for those upgrade materials. This is all on console. You're going to have to multiply it, and I'll obviously give a synopsis of PC at the end. But let's just look at some of the examples here. And here's why we're really relying on my speculation that it's going to be increased because more players are going to be using it. Because let's look at it right now. We have 5 plates here for 70,000 each. That means that if you converted these to 10 times, that it's still going to cost you about 7,000 per plate. That is very cheap compared to even my estimations. So for those of you who are a bit confused, just to kind of reread some of what they had said on screen, every plate that you have before the update is going to turn into 10 plates. And then every grain you have is going to turn into a plate. So right now, this is about a 7,000 gold per plate upgrade once all the math and everything has gone through. That's not very much. That's why I would definitely avoid going through and buying any raw materials. Now, should you refine yours? I think that that's fine. But if you want to capitalize on the market frenzy, honestly, I would almost sell your platinum dust. It's kind of one of those things where people sell like fish, you know, the fish that's unrefined and needs to be, you know, skimmed for perfect roe. You're essentially getting rid of the gamble. You're like, I don't want to gamble on me getting plates and grains. I don't want to gamble that the economy, you know, is going to go this way or that away or this away or that away. Just, I want to make my gold now. I can see that people are out here buying all this gold dust in a frenzy. I'm just going to sell it now and move on. But here's the big piece of the economy that we're going to talk upon and hit upon in this video, and that is the jewelry writ market. If you have jewelry writs, I would either sell those things for a ton of money or hoard them all and wait and then do them once the update's released, because update 40 is going to come with those brand new crafting stations that you're going to be able to sell. The market for crafted attunable stations is going to be crazy. For those of you who don't know, you buy those with writs. You take these books and then you get writs, and then you can then sell the writs by buying items with the writs and then listing them on the market. It's exceptionally simple. I don't know if I always explain these things very well when I do these things live, but it's simple, I promise. So the writ market is going to be crazy when update 40 comes out. So you can have two options. You could either sell your writs now, kind of similar with your grains, going, I don't want to buy into this market. I don't want to participate in the craziness. You know, it's like a stock market refresh. You know, it's like Y2K. I don't want to deal with that. That seems like it's going to be absolutely bonkers, and I don't want to deal with the bonkersness. I'm just going to sell all my stuff now. Or you can hold on to your writs, hold on to your butts, and then you can then do them all once update 40 hits. And unfortunately, ongoing, the writ books are going to be nerfed for jewelry crafting, but all the old ones are still going to be just as good as they are. Unfortunately, my face is blocking it, but this purple right here gives you 62 writs. And in a day and age where that's going to be almost free to do, that's really good value for you to get per writ. So, and the blue ones are going to be even crazier, because you used to be able to buy those for like 1,000 gold each. They were like free, and you're going to be able to convert those for 20, 30 writs exceptionally simply. So very excited to kind of hold on to all those blues and purples that I've just never done, because I'm like, well, these are garbage. But they were so bad, I was like, nobody's going to buy these. But now I'm like, oh shit, they're going to be good. But dear friends, that's where the video is going to leave us. To give you a quick TLDR, if you want to make your money now and you don't want to gamble, the best thing for you to do is sell your grains, your jewelry, raw materials now. Get out of the market before it even becomes crazier. Sell your writ books and just breed into the, you know, the FOMO and everything else going on. If you want to drink the Kool-Aid and invest in crypto, I would go around to all of the little dens, the refuges, you know, for example, these little symbols right here, and start seeing if you can buy some really cheap jewelry crafting writs. A lot of times people don't sell them because they're not worth anything, but they will be worth doing once the update is out, and you'll be able to make an exceptionally high profit. And I'm very excited for you guys to be able to do that. And we'll continue to do updated videos on concepts and things as they come up. There's a whole lot to unpack in update 40, and I like to have these more like one-to-one video styles. It's like I'm talking to you, and you know, I read your comments and you're talking back at me, and we're not just blowing through all the things. You know, just like boom, 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 boom. Tomorrow I have a huge, exciting video on the updated quest rewards. Excited to talk about that. There could be some other videos that I might take precedent on that, like the Gates of Oblivion event. So excited to talk to you guys about that because I think that will also be a pretty good event. So overall, just excited to be playing ESO, and that's really the goal. So as a thank you, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings that I use as a tax write-off. If you're the IRS, please don't audit me. All we do is we do 1 random like, 1 random subscriber, and then a random word be flashed upon the screen throughout the month. And all you have to do is be the first person to comment that word to win. It'll be on a random video. So excited to spend this this update time with you guys making all these videos. And I will catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
And this, you know, sometimes why I give ESO a lot of props is, you know, no matter how bad your work day is or how bad things are going, I always just feel like getting on ESO is just so stress-free. I don't know if you guys also feel like that, but I feel it. You know, I get on and I'm like, finally, the work day's over. All of this bullshit and craziness is done. I'm just on ESO, making content for you guys, and it's just much simpler, much nicer, and it feels much more productive sometimes too.